Hey, Miss I Am here. I am strong. I am confident. I am worthy. I am bold. I am courageous. I am divinely protected. I hope all is well. I hope you're protecting your energy. I hope you're staying on your path. I hope you're staying grounded. I hope you're protecting your peace. I hope all is well. I wanted to come on and talk about another personal experience that I've been through as a child, coming up into school. I had a very hard time. Uh, it just wasn't for me. It didn't, probably heard that in the previous, some of the previous videos that I did, that it's just the whole school thing just didn't sit right with me. It just wasn't my thing. Elementary school, I kind of maneuvered. It was just a lot. It just didn't sit right with me. It was just like, it was just BS. And I got through that. It was rough. I knew it was going to be a rough road ahead because I knew I had more schooling to do. Here I'm thinking about this in like second, third grade. I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a long road ahead. Goddamn, like I'm only in second grade. It's going to be a long road ahead. I gotta, and none of this resonates. So, I'm young. So the older I got, the harder it became. So at that time, I knew it. I'm like, damn, this is going to be. How the fuck I'm gonna get through this? Cause this shit is. It don't make sense. I can't comprehend what's going on. The teachers just get mad at me, and they feel like all the other students is getting it. She don't. Like, what the hell is going on? What are we like? Look, hon, it just don't. I just don't fucking get it. So, it didn't make sense. I had issues with the teacher. Like, I had issues with reading out loud. Like, I wasn't the greatest reader. I'm great. I'm good at it now. Like, I'm straight now. I just wasn't the greatest reader at that time. That put a lot of fear in me. From not being able to read. What comes with that. They ask you to read out loud. You stumble across a couple words. People, you over there whispering. You ready to fight after class type shit. Like, so I'm like, damn. Like, it's gonna be a long road of fucking head. Like, what? Like, damn. So anyway, yeah, I just used to do little things just to, like I said, I used to get into it with the teachers. I used to do stuff to just get out of class. I didn't have to do the work, but I didn't realize this. I was just putting myself in a deeper hole. Because it's like, I gotta do this makeup work, so the work had to be done. Here I'm trying to run away from run away from the work that I have to do. I got to get through this. I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to move on. I got to find a way. So that put a lot of fear in me. A lot of fear. I'm not going to lie. Put a lot of fear in me to where it carried into my adult, you know what I mean? So I'm going through that. I'm getting into it with the teachers. I'm getting in trouble. I'm just, and I'm not telling, they like, why you fighting? I'm not telling my parents why I'm getting into this. I didn't have the strength or the courage to say what was going on, or the strength and the courage to ask for help. So I was just lashing out to get away from these things, not dealing with it. It's like, if I find a way to get through, I found a way to get through this and get through the next step, I'm great. So that's pretty much what I did. So when I was in elementary, I found the way to get through it. Like, if I had to fight through it and get out of certain situations I had to deal with. I had to just do it and get teased, and sometimes I fought the person after, and sometimes I didn't. I had to just deal with it. So it was hard, having that fear, carrying that fear and still trying to live and maneuver and get, through life. So I was able to get through elementary school. Then I got to middle school. That became harder. And the summer before going into middle school, I started to get like more depressed, because I'm like, damn, this shit is about to get, it's like, most kids is out enjoying their summer, not worried about shit like that. Maybe they are. They just, they haven't came across that person that endured what I endured, or, the same situation. That's why we're here. This is what the whole point is. But anyway, yeah, so everybody's enjoying their summer. They're going out, they're doing what they have to do as far as, you're having a good time. You're supposed to enjoy your summer. Make the best of it. You're not worried about school. I did. I was one of those kids where, especially when they got like to August, I'm like, oh shit. It's about to get crazy in these classrooms. Straight up, it's about to get real motherfucking crazy in these classrooms. So, that's what I'm saying to myself. I'm like, so I get to middle school. Like I said, the summer was very rough. Like, my mom's like, she noticed, little, like, what's wrong? You all right? I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. Just like I said, I'm hiding because I don't want to tell nobody what I'm going through. It's just like, I got to find a way to get through. If I find a way, that was my mentality. I have a lot of fear, but through this fear, if I find a way to get through this, I'm fine. So middle school, starting out, you know what I mean? I'm having these problems. I'm hoping they don't call on me. Sometimes I was able to get through it because some of the words I was able to comprehend. Some of the words I knew I didn't stumble. So that was good for me. You know what I mean? But at times where I needed to really, I wasn't able to. And that's where I would still lash out. I'm still fighting, getting into fights. Running out the classroom saying I gotta pee, just doing whatever. Like pretty much just running away from the situation, not dealing with the fucking situation because I didn't know how to deal with it. I'm young. I didn't know how to express it. Tell anybody I don't want to ask for no tutor, none of that shit. Pride all in the way, all that shit. So, that's what I was doing. I had this one teacher would give us a motherfucking packet and just sit on his ass. And that's when I really start like y'all motherfuckers don't give a fuck for real. So, and not gonna say everybody, because some teachers do genuinely care. So I will say that. And those teachers, I'm very, very grateful and thankful for those ones that did actually care. But like I said, none of this shit, it really didn't. I did what I could do. So I wasn't being mean to teachers just because I had an issue. I just did sometimes I was trying to be more nice so I could get by type shit. So that's what I was doing. I was trying to be nice to get by in most areas to where they crossed me. And I'd be like, oh, no, I'm not, But, so that's what I was doing. I was just trying to get out the situations, and it really in middle school it started to get harder because this one teacher, it didn't, at the time, it kind of, it hit me, but it didn't really hit me until later as I got older. But he was talking, and make a long story short, I knew somebody he used to teach. Make a long story short, and he was asking about him. I was like, oh, he's doing fine or whatever, da da da. He was like, yeah, he's one of the smartest African Americans I know. And I'm like, smartest? And I'm like, it hit me, but it didn't it was like, I said it like one of the smartest African Americans. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? But it still didn't, like I said, I'm not expressing nothing. I'm just trying to get through the shit. Fuck with whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing. But I started to realize at that moment when he said that, it didn't, the message, it's like I got the message, but I didn't really get it. It's like I got it, but I didn't get it. So a part of me was starting to really draw back. Cause it's like, y'all really don't think you know what I mean? So I already had the issue, I already had the fear. So a part of me started to believe that. I'm like, nah, a part of me started to believe that I wasn't one of the smart, you know what I mean? I started to believe that I couldn't do it because that's how much fear I had of trying to maneuver around and get through it. You know what I mean? It was like I had so much fear in me that the fearness took over, and I started to believe that I'm not going to make it type shit. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to find a way. But because it's like I said, it got harder as I got older, it got harder. So I really started to get depressed and more depressed. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to find a way. So I'm not playing football no more. You know what I mean? I went past that. So I think I'm still indulging in eating more. You know what I mean? Just to kind of feel better, about, me coming home from school, and it didn't go so well. I had a couple, bumps and bruises along my day, but I'm gonna eat this meal. It's gonna make me feel better. And that's that. So that's pretty much what I was doing, kind of overeating and, doing different things to try to sit in the pain, still sitting in some of that pain of the soreness when I, would get in situations where I was sore. I was still sitting that energy as well to, just to get through it. You know what I mean? But, it was just sad. I didn't know how to, I did not know how to, I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't know how to, it's just crazy. I had so much going on inside. I didn't know how to express it to nobody. I didn't know how to, a part of me wanted to take myself out and just be like, fuck it, it's over. But it was like my higher self. And at that time, I didn't know it was my higher self. And it was just like, hang in there. Now you got this. You're going through this for a reason. This all will make sense later. And that's all I kept thinking. I'm like, I have to hang in there. It all makes sense later. All makes sense later. And that was my mind frame of me hanging in there for middle school. But at the same time, I didn't know why it would make sense later. And I'm like, there's a reason why I'm not there's a reason this is all for it. And I'm like, it can't be just me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm still not telling nobody. I'm holding all of this in. So I'm doing whatever I can, just to get through that. And then, as far as the middle school, when that middle school summer, I ended up losing my brother. That summer going into yeah, going into high school. So that really depressed me. It really, you know what I mean? It really put a lot on me. My mom was going through a lot, you know, she wasn't the same person ever again, you know, we had to move suddenly. It was just like a strain of already of what I was already going through. So I didn't even really know how to. So like I said, again, that voice was just like, hang in there, you know, and it's just like, how, like, how am I hanging? Like, you know what I mean? But I held on. I held on to that voice. I held on to it. So I experienced that with my brother. I didn't know how to process it. I kind of felt some things, but like I said, I didn't know what I was feeling. I didn't know how to process it. Like I said, I had to watch my mom go through that change of her never being the same person again. Me never being able to get that same mom I had back before that happened. I had to learn how to adjust. I had to learn how to adjust to that mother because I wasn't used to seeing that. So I had to learn how to adjust to that. And it hurt me because I didn't know how to adjust to that. So me being in my anger and me not understanding what she was going through, I was selfish in an area where I was wanting her to snap back into the same person she was. And I didn't understand that she's been through something so traumatic to where she's not going to snap back to be that person that she was. So I was kind of mad at her for not being able to snap back, but not understanding death and how, you know, the energy and just the meats. I didn't understand all of that at that time. I knew my brother wasn't completely gone, though. I knew he was still around. I could feel him. I knew he wasn't completely gone. I knew that wasn't, I always felt it was never the end. Like, but I just didn't know as far as energies, the meat, you know, like I said, I didn't know anything about that. So like I said, I was being selfish, not being so understanding to my mom. She ended up having a nervous breakdown from going through all of that. You know, it was other people putting, you know, just being ignorant and rude. You know how people can be sometimes. So other people putting a lot of stress on her as well. So it kind of put a lot on her. She had a nervous breakdown, and you know, so that really made her a different person. So it was another process I had to adjust to that. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, difficult. And like I said, I didn't know how to process any of that. I didn't know how to process any of that. But anyway, not to get too much into that. So I was dealing with that going through on my way to high school. So I think it was July. Yeah, the end of July 31st. So that was the date. So I was like, August, I'm still trying to process it. Don't feel real. I don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, and then September called around. I have to go to school. I have to go. I gotta go. So, where there should have been maybe time taken off, I didn't take, I had to process, I had to go. It was just like I had to move on. I guess at that time, I didn't know how to move on or process. I had to just go with the flow. It was just like, every day was a struggle, like to just get through that. So those 4 years was a struggle. But anyway, from starting with that, from experiencing that and all the stuff that I was already going through. So going into that was a real struggle. It was just like, I felt so heavy. And me understanding energy now, I understand why I felt so heavy back then. I had so much. I carried so much inside. I carried so much to where I'm surprised I'm here giving y'all this, which I can't say that I'm not surprised. I'm more so, I'm kind of somewhat surprised. Like for me, I knew it was a greater path for me, but I'm somewhat like I was just carrying so much that it could have really took me out. That's how much baggage I was carrying, and on top of that, I had to go on. It was just like everybody like, hey, you know, back to school, you know, and it's just like, I'm hurting so bad inside. I'm so heavy. And it's like I have to maneuver. I still got to go to class. You know what I mean? I just like, oh, sorry to hear about your bro. So, you know, and it's like, not, you know what I mean? They don't mean any harm. They just saying, sorry, I'm here for you. And that's like, I'm trying, you know, I'm screaming inside, like, but I'm trying to hang on to that because it's like, you know, it's a lot going on. And my mom could say is get that diploma. So I'm like, oh. So that was more pressure on top of that because it was like, and then it was like I come too far. It's like, damn, I maneuvered all this time. I maneuvered all my way. I maneuvered all the way up to 9th grade. From the depression, from the start of it, from 2nd grade. So it's like, damn, I made it. Like, I gotta make it through. Like, I gotta find a way. You know what I mean? So, which that was harder. Because like I said, with my whole brother thing, that made it so much harder. It made it so much heavier. So it was like times where I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I go in the bathroom and cry. I would leave sometimes. It was real rough. And I tried to hold I tried to be strong. I just tried to hold up. And I really needed help inside. I was so heartbroken and sad. Like I was just, and I didn't know how to bring it all out of me, to express it all, so I maneuvered. I found the way. I picked myself up after them cries, and I found the way to maneuver again. It was just like I would pay people. I would pay people to do my homework and stuff. Like give them a couple dollars for doing my homework, or like one of my friends, she gave me a whole project that she did for another class. She had it all written up, the rough draft. All I had to do was like it. I'm like, yo, that's a love shop. She's like, oh, you can have it. Some people that, you know what I mean? I did some things I'm proud of. If you smoked, I gave them a bag of weed. Like I wasn't proud of that, but I did what needed to be done to get through it because I come so far. And then I had my mom in my ears. I'm like, you got to get that diploma. So it was like I did what needed to be done as long as I don't get caught. As long as, hey, so I did what needed to be done. I ain't proud of that, but I did it. I did what to get through it. I had to, I kept one locker for that and one locker for, that's some dangerous shit. Like, come on. Like, but I was just like, I'm going to get through this. I need to get through this. So that's what I did. I maneuvered. I paid people. I still had a rough time though. I didn't get into as many fights because it was a little easier for me to maneuver, but I was still heavy. I wasn't as heavy to where in middle school it was hard for me to maneuver and I was heavy, but this time I'm heavy, but it's easy for me to maneuver. So, that's what it was. I did it what needed to be done. I even signed up for the play to try to keep me in tune because I was really like feeling like I was slipping. So I'm like, let me sign up for the play to try to keep me. It'll keep me in school. It'll keep me from going out there getting into trouble. And, me and my parent possibly experiencing having to bury another child. I didn't want her to have to experience that. She was already hurt and I seen what it did to her. So I'm like, I need to get it together. I need to get this shit together. So that's what I did. Signed up for the play. It was cool. I got emotional when it was time to do it because I put in so much work to stay. And then it was like, I would have liked for my bro to be there. He wasn't. That was fine. But then it was like my mom wasn't where she needed to be. So it was like she seen me, but she really didn't see me because she was like on a lot of medications and stuff. So she was there, but she wasn't really there, if y'all know what I mean. So it kind of made me feel away. But I got through that. I had somebody talk to me like, look, you come this far, like, you good? Like, and I sucked it up and I was able to perform and, get past that. I was able to work past that, I ended up losing somebody. It was before I even got past, I ended up losing a close family member the day of my birthday. The day of my birthday, I ended up losing a friend of the family. It was a party. The cops ended up killing him. He died on my birthday, so that kind of messed with me. So I'm like, but at the end of the day, I felt so heavy, but I found the way. It was unhealthy, and I just come on here to say if you got any kids that you're noticing that, something's not right, always check up on what they got going on in school, see how they feel, talk to them. If something's not right, let them express that. Just always be in tune because you never know what one's hiding. Never know what one's hiding. Just because things appear to be okay on the surface don't mean that they are. See, I brought those grades home. I had A's and B's because they don't know how I got it. So as long as it looked good and I came home with the report card looked nice, but you don't know what the torture I had to do or the maneuvering I had to do to get that specific report card or that specific grade. So just be in tune with that, just monitor your kids, just make sure you know what's going on with them, I wish I could have, I know somebody would have listened, but I didn't have, maybe if somebody would have came to me instead of me going to them because I didn't know how, maybe I could have expressed that and got it out, but I found the way. So I just come on here to say if there's maybe some of y'all had a similar experience when y'all went to school, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any experience that you went through as far as schooling and you had to find a way to, you had to find unhealthy ways to get through your situation and you overcame it. You're here now. It's all that matters. So, or, just pay attention to your children. Well, y'all got some kids out there, please just be in tune with what they got going on in school and what, you know what I mean? And some of y'all homeschool y'all kids, that's even better. Yes, sir. That's even better. So that's cool. That's better, so, but if not, just pay attention. I know everybody can't do the homeschooling thing. I'm not saying that you know what I mean? But if they're in, just please pay attention. Please pay attention to what they got going on. You just never know what one is hiding or feeling or carrying, you know. So that's my message here. So, Miss, I am here. I am courageous. I am confident. I am worthy. I am bold. I am strong. I am divinely protected. And so are you, if you know. All right, protect your energy, protect your peace, pay attention. Stay high vibrational, stay grounded. Be easy. All right.